There comes a point in life where growth stops looking like improvement and starts looking like acceptance. Not giving up, not settling, but finally releasing the constant internal pressure to be someone else. Most people misunderstand self-acceptance. They assume it means lowering standards, ignoring flaws, or pretending criticism doesn't exist. But psychologically, real self-acceptance is something much more grounded. It's the ability to see yourself clearly without turning every observation into a judgment. When you don't accept yourself, everything feels personal. Feedback feels like an attack. Silence feels like rejection. And criticism, even when neutral, feels like proof that you're failing. That's because the mind is already arguing against itself. So, when someone else speaks, it doesn't land on a neutral surface. It lands on an open wound. Self-acceptance doesn't remove criticism from your life. It changes how criticism moves through you. Instead of hitting your identity, it passes through your awareness. You stop asking, "What does this say about me?" and start asking, "Is there something useful here?" And if there isn't, you let it go without carrying it home. This is a skill, not a personality trait. From a psychological perspective, people who struggle with acceptance often grew up learning that approval was conditional. Love came with performance. Validation came with results. And silence meant you weren't doing enough. So the nervous system learned to stay alert, always scanning, always adjusting, always bracing for feedback. Over time, that vigilance becomes exhausting. You start chasing progress not because you want more, but because standing still feels unsafe. And yet the irony is this: you don't become stronger by constantly proving yourself. You become stronger by knowing who you are, even when no one is watching. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop growing. It means growth stops being driven by fear. You can still improve. You can still refine. You can still aim higher. But now it comes from self-respect, not self-rejection. This is where contentment enters the picture. Being satisfied with what you have doesn't kill ambition. It stabilizes it. When you're constantly dissatisfied, your goals shift every time your emotions do. When you're grounded, your direction becomes steady. You stop comparing timelines. You stop measuring your worth against other people's outcomes. And you stop letting random opinions decide how you feel about your own effort. Criticism becomes information instead of identity. Praise becomes encouragement instead of validation. And silence becomes space instead of threat. This doesn't happen overnight. It happens gradually, as you stop fighting every uncomfortable feeling and start listening to what it's trying to teach you. Some days, acceptance looks like confidence. Other days, it looks like patience. Sometimes it means standing your ground. Other times, it means admitting you were wrong without collapsing internally. And slowly, something shifts. You become harder to shake, not because you don't care, but because you're no longer outsourcing your self-worth. If you're learning to accept where you are right now, that doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you're building a foundation that doesn't crack under pressure. And that kind of strength lasts longer than motivation ever will.